Hello, Region 9ers. Welcome to IAEM-USA's Region 9's podcast, Region Talk, here to give emergency managers a forum to get their news, share in an open discussion, and talk about the industry. So today, on episode 15, we are giving you a Know Before You Go highlight reel for the Region 9 Symposium, Out of the EOC, Rising Above the Ashes. We will be hosting the symposium in Garden Grove, California. So I'm your host for today. Jackie is doing her other duties as assigned as a part of her day-to-day work. But we are inviting today a member of Region 9 Symposium Committee to give you the 411. But before we do that, a quick little info on IAEM and Region 9 update. So R9 has their town hall on MS Teams. We've set that schedule for February 16th from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. And an MS Teams link will soon follow in our newsletter. Also, kudos for Connect Consulting Services for being an R9 Symposium sponsor. And also, good luck to Arizona on their work hosting the Super Bowl. We all send you luck. Trust us. Another update is the EMPG survey deadline was extended to February 17th. So if you have yet to put in your responses to that survey, please do so. It is for our local governments as well as our tribal entities. It is our EMPG survey. Also, if you have not heard, IAEM-USA has a DEI RFP out. The proposals will be accepted from now until March 1st. March 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 p.m. Pacific time. And the purpose is to complete a diversity assessment, equity review, and inclusion index. So again, that DEI RFP is, the proposal will be accepted from now until March 1st, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then for the annual conference, the IAEM annual conference will be hosted in Region 9. It'll be in Long Beach, California. And they have their call for speakers currently open. Also, that will close February 17th at 11:59 Central Time? Time zones. Central Time. Alrighty. And now, let's welcome our guest, Tomer Kalansky. He is the Field Operations Manager for Pallet, a national leader in rapid response shelter villages, and he is also a member of the Region 9 Symposium Committee. So welcome, Tomer.
Hello. How's it going?
Yay! It's going well. How about yourself?
It's going. It's good. It's beautiful day today down here. We've been dealing with some of the coldest weather we've ever seen. It feels like, at least here in, Southern California. So we're pretty picky about that. And today was in mid and high 70s. It was amazing. So
as long as the sun is shining.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more of a 90s temperature. I grew up in the desert, in the high desert in California, so I definitely like my heat. But you are
a peak of comfort today. 77 was like way too hot.
Sweating bullets at 80. Alrighty. Yeah. So you are actually down closest to Garden Grove, where we're going to be hosting our symposium.
Yeah.
So give us a little rundown, some 411 about that.
So the symposium is going to be great. We have a lot of awesome speakers lined up. Like you said, it's out of the EOC, and that kind of whole experience, like rising out of the ashes. I will say our logo is pretty cool. I'm a big fan of it. Aside from that, we have some great speakers coming out to talk to us today, or the symposium. We have people from all over the region. I think we even have someone from Hawaii coming. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah, I know. Super exciting. The anticipation is, we have from every top. We have private sector, public sector, you name it, we got it all. We have academia coming out to chat. We have, I'm not going to give away who one of our keynote is, but it's a pretty cool keynote speech. Just to say, be sure to be there. It's going to be a good time. We also have a beautiful movie documentary we're showing on March 1st at night for the Earthquake Country Alliance, and it's a pretty great documentary on the I believe it's 92 Northridge quake, which just with what's going on right now in Turkey and Syria really rings true for us out here in California.
It's not if, but when.
It's exactly right, and then it's not it's going to be a good time. Then we have a great speaker coming out to talk about the Monterey Park incident that happened a couple weeks ago out here in LA. So we're going to hear, how they worked out of the communication there. All great people here coming to speak. Very exciting overall. And it's in Garden Grove. It's not too far from Disney, actually. I think if you make a wrong turn from the venue, you end up at Disney. So for those of you attending, we'll know if you went to Disney or not. We'll know.
Well, I mean, if you just extend it, you could probably do both.
Oh, you definitely should. If you can, you absolutely should. Lots of great food in the area. I'm so excited to go and just have a good time, learn with some great colleagues, and frankly, just go to that part of Orange County. And I don't travel that far up. It's pretty far from me regularly, but there's some good food up there that I'm excited for, and I'm looking forward to being around with everyone and hanging out and just making a good learning experience and really getting out there.
It's going to be good. I do know that we're going to be having our certification exams.
Oh, yes.
As well.
Yeah. We're doing our AEM CEM testing. That's going to be at 2:00 on February 28th. Come in, do that. For those of you who are interested or intrigued, highly recommend it to at least come do the test. It's a great exam, but don't sweat bullets. It's everything emergency managers know, and you'll be fine.
You know more than you think.
Yeah, totally. I was so scared when I took the test. And then, I had some great mentors who were like, you know what, just, you got this. You don't realize it, but you got it. And
I would definitely say don't overthink it. Chronic overthinker over here. And I missed it by 1 point.
Oh, no. Yeah. My biggest
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. My biggest advice is to read the question and answer as it's written. Don't think about what it could mean in this instance or that instance.
This jurisdiction, we did this.
Yeah, if I do that, no, it's the question is written in one specific way, and I think I would have missed. I passed. I was fortunate enough to pass, but I think I would have missed a lot more if I didn't get that advice beforehand. Of just read it as it is. Don't worry about what you might think it is. It's not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very exciting.
So we have that. Registration is actually still open. And are we still accepting exhibitors and sponsors, Tony?
We sure are. We are still accepting exhibitors and sponsors. Yes. I swear I can speak the
I'm not the only
one. We are definitely accepting them. Would love to have you. I believe we are still looking for another title sponsor for one of the days. It's a really, it's a pretty cost-effective advertising level, and we're not, breaking the bank here on our request. It's going to be a good time. We would love to have everyone out there, whether you're a seasoned EM, aspiring, student who's interested, even exploring the career of emergency management, right? What we're seeing now, especially, I think more so, maybe it's already in existence, but more so, is that, there's that level of first responders of law enforcement and fire EMS, and there's that slow addition and more prevalent addition of emergency management into these instances that could definitely is worth it, right? Um, you know, it's a wonderful career. There's so many great things to do, so many wonderful avenues, and it's necessary now more than ever. And if the incident in Syria and Turkey doesn't open your eyes to what's going on out there, I'm not sure what will. Frankly, everything out there is emergencies are happening. It's up to us to help prepare and respond.
Indeed. And then we also have volunteer opportunities. So if
Totally.
you're wishing, like, oh man, I really wish that I could go down there. I'm a little tight right now. We do have volunteer opportunities. You can work your registration off. There's also an opportunity just for sponsorship. Region 9 has sponsorship opportunities.
Totally.
So that's one way to come in. And plus you can also make that as a part of your experience, right? For all these who are interested in emergency management, you can also become a volunteer when you work off your registration, and you volunteer, and many hands make light work.
Absolutely. And I think that there's so many great opportunities. And if you can't make it this year, that's all right. We'd love to have you. But definitely get involved. There's so many good things happening in the region. Isamar, I'm sure you know about all the other details happening in the region, but things are going, and there's so many wonderful events to attend. Shameless plug for an international conference this year in Long Beach. Not that far from Garden Grove, actually. It's probably like 25-30 minutes away. So come out, scope out the area, find the good hotels,
find the good places to eat. Yep.
The good restaurants.
Foodie.
There's definitely good places out there to eat. We can make some recommendations. Local mom and pops are the best way to go. Honestly, I think what I'm most excited for about the Garden Grove area, and this is going to sound silly, but it is so close to Santa Ana, and Santa Ana has some of the best taco food trucks I have ever had. And I am so excited. Oh, this is what's up. You gotta really know what's going on there. Yeah.
Alrighty, we do have a question in the chat from Keith Harrison. Hi, Keith. How many registrations do we have so far?
Hey, Keith, how's it going? That's a great question. I actually don't know. I think that's held at the national level. I work on the speakers team. I'm hoping a lot. I don't know.
Well, we did have Jackie just pop in, so maybe
and Jackie
she'll
does
be
know
able
it all.
to. She does. She knows everything.
Everything.
You're muted, Jackie.
Still muted.
You're still muted.
So sorry. It's been a crazy month. And thank you for the comment for saying that I know everything, because this made my day, because I don't feel like I always do.
Well, as Region 9 Secretary, right, you've got the details at your fingertips.
Well, can I just say shout out Tomer for coming in and saying hi and being a part of this amazing moment. And Keith, always amazing to have you commenting and be a part of an active member of IAEM Region 9. So it is intimate venue. We're not trying to make it big like conference, because this is just a little taste of what Long Beach is about. But from what I hear right now, we're about at 45 to 50 and still taken. So hopefully that's great. And that's not including certain people that have been continuing to email us. So hopefully they'll get in and we'll get you more of an update. But thank you, Keith, for that question.
Alrighty. So, Jackie, since you're on, and I know that within the subcommittee, you are also handling sponsors and exhibitors. Who do we have as the list of sponsors right now? Because we made a shout out earlier to Connect Consulting. But who else do we have?
So Connect Consulting, definitely. The Emergency Management Network, Thank you guys for always being the voice of EM and supporting IAM Region 9. We have the Blue Cell. So if you don't know about the Blue Cell, you guys have to check out the Blue Cell. So Todd Mann and his team has joined our sponsorship, and a huge shout out to Merritt, Lauren and her team, Brandy and everyone. They are one of our major sponsors for the event, and we're so happy that they're on board, second year in a row. So thank you guys, and you'll be able to see them and many more exhibitors the week of the 28th. So get your test going on first, though, and then celebrate with us. For sure. So, and
Tomer, you're muted.
Oh, look at that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Good. Jackie, what are your tips and tricks for the AEM CEM tests?
Put me on the spot since I just did it, didn't you?
See? Boom. All the pressure.
No pressure at all. So the first tip I have is believe in yourself. So the hardest part of me taking the test was I know for a fact I'm really bad test taker. So I got into my brain and in my head in the beginning, my palms were sweating, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And you need to psych yourself out. You can do this. You just have to know that you know this stuff. If you have to use your tricks, don't worry about what people think around you. Like sometimes I had to like speak out a little bit just because I'm an audio visual learner. And so I had to like kind of say under my breath what the question was so I could figure it out. Number 2 is I have a digital watch. I took it off. I didn't want any distractions on me. So even though I put my phone away, I didn't want my watch to go through. Drink water, have your water there. Do that and review 100, 200, 700, 800. If you could do a get a study group together. So I'm going to give a shout out to this team. Alameda County came together and did a study group together. So shout out to Captain Stokes and DJ and Brent and Christy and myself and Monica and Jessica. We did a study group together, and we failed together in the sense that we didn't come in acting like we knew all the answers. We really put not our best foot forward because we wanted to learn and see how test taking skills were. Right? We understand know EM concepts, but we want to know how to take an EM test. And this test does have leadership, cultural, social media listening skills, intent, and it has a lot of EM recovery, response, preparedness, NIMS, anything you not. So just read over a little bit. But my biggest tip: believe in yourself. Get nervous. It's okay to be nervous, but don't let it get the best of you because it did to me. And ask Brian; he saw me. It was not a pleasant sight, but it was pleasant afterwards. I had fun. And forget the work hair and like this. It was a crazy recovery day. So
Another day at work.
Just another day. Usually I have makeup on, but that's a whole other story.
So another note before you go for the symposium is that there will be a viewing that Tomer actually just mentioned, but should we discuss the weather? Because I get kind of cold in the evenings. But again, I just mentioned that I like 90-degree heat. So should we be preparing weather-wise for the symposium?
I would probably bring you like your dress sandals. No.
Oh.
Wow.
I was like, okay.
No, we're probably looking. If I had to guess, probably the high for the day is going to be mid 60s to low 70s. And then at night, it could get a little chilly. So, bring a jacket. Right now, we've got a little bit of wind, but
okay.
It's not uncommon for a nice evening breeze to come through. And if you can, stay around for the 9:30 fireworks show. from Disneyland. You can
Oh,
see
that's
it.
right. We're that close.
Yeah.
That's
You
pretty
can see
neat.
it from like 20 miles away on a clear day.
One of the things
Wow.
I'm going to say is I miss Southern California. As you all know, I'm a native. And so I think even if we're at 70 degrees or 80 degrees, I'm going to be like, yes, it's warm because the Bay Area has been hella cold the last 2 months. So I'll be excited. I'll be so excited.
We are running pretty warm right now. We're actually supposed to get some rain this week, supposedly. We'll see. Although I've made these comments in the last few weeks about us getting rain, and then these atmospheric rivers have come through and decimated us. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best one to speak on that.
We have
For
another
sure.
awesome question, Tomar, and I kind of think you should answer this one.
Uh-oh.
And it's
From Keith
evening.
Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the first evening has a networking event. Is that at the venue or elsewhere?
That will be, I believe, at the venue.
Okie dokie.
That'll be right at the venue. And the venue is right next to it might start at the venue and then end at like I think there's like a BJ's pizzeria next door or something that we might walk over to and grab some grub and chat there. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be at the venue for the first night.
And we are going to have our Earthquake Country Alliance come in on, I believe it is the Wednesday evening, and
the
they are
second
going to
night.
do a whole presentation and a documentary that is going to be amazing, and it's sponsored by them and the University of Southern California. So please join in and that. And then Isamar, can we talk about our Tuesday night volcano? Oh, whoops. The movie thing.
Or cheer and yell at the screen. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Grease
that one.
Lightning, EM style.
Grease Lightning. What was it? Rocky Horror film type of boos and hisses back to just shouting at the screen. It's going to be fantastic. We're, as emergency managers, right, we have this mindset of like, oh, well, that's not realistic, or that wouldn't happen, or like, no, come on, right? So in that movie, we're going to have the opportunity to basically yell at a screen, and it's just going to be this type of camaraderie networking event where we get to be nitpicky on a film.
We'll be our own EM movie critics, and there will be appetizers and beverages and a lot of networking, and bringing us to an all-time classic of Volcano and how EM really is depicted in Volcano and how we probably would have done it. I don't know if I would run to lava. That would help with the coordination of the response to lava. But I think that would be great. And one of the things I want to make sure that we, in Tomer, please, I know you are probably not going to correct me, but I hope you do on this one. But I think the idea of this symposium, it's our first time in person, but we really, as the executive board, as a symposium team, we really want to make sure that we're in person and be together as members of this Region 9 family. So we are starting small. It's our first one, and we are hoping to get it to go and go and go. And it's just really, I think, is the time that we're bringing great speakers, amazing speakers from all of our whole entire region. Members who are coming in from Hawaii, from Nevada, from Arizona, to join us and really understand that there is this huge IAEM Region 9 family, and we are starting together. So the support would be huge. And yes, that is the first evening. We're going to start the first day with CEM, AEM to get our nerves out the door and not have anybody worry about taking a test in during the symposium. And then we're going to do the volcano movie. And what's really cool about the volcano movie is not only is it totally EM related and it's our first night, but we can share ideas about it. And I'll be remiss if I don't say this. And Volcano was shot in Southern California in Los Angeles County. And there's a big area. And Keith Harrison said it. It was filmed in LA County EOC. So how relevant is it to have something that is going to unite us because of movie, what we do, and we're in Southern California doing that. And Wednesday we start building our toolbox to being awesome EMs together. And Wednesday we get to know more about something that affects our region. And then Thursday we continue, and I hope we all go home closer than we were on Tuesday or on Wednesday when we started. And I'm sorry if I kind of got on my soapbox on it, but I think that's why I'm super excited of this. No matter how intimate it is, it's the start of something really awesome and really special. And I'll turn to Tomar and Isamar because I think I'm going to get off my soapbox on that.
Well, I think you nailed it. I didn't realize it was filmed in EOC. That's the LA EOC. That's gonna be great. It is. It's gonna be fun, and I'm sure it'll be a great time. Oh boy. Oh man. Newborns, I tell you, man.
It is.
Oh, go for it, Isamar, because I'm going to ask for a favor from you after you're done, because I have a huge favor.
No worries. Oh, okie dokie. So I was actually thinking that we had our first symposium last year, right? And that was supposed to be in person, and COVID being what it was, I think we were on COVID season 3 at that point. And I think just having anticipation build to be able to be in person this year. I mean, Tomer, you were just saying at the beginning that there is a lot of anticipation for this event. And then Jackie, you brought it home with the fact of we are meeting our network, we're meeting our community. So being able to be in person and interact and network in that type of organic way, I think it's just going to be a bonding experience through and through for Region 9 and any other individuals who are coming out of the region to also participate.
Agreed. And I do have it. I'm going to put you both on the spot, but I would love if we have somebody to introduce Volcano that night. And I know there's a special somebody who will be joining us, who is Keith Harrison, and he's participating tonight, but he knows a lot about the LA County EOC because he worked there and was a mentor of mine when I was LA City, and he retired and helped me with a lot of projects. But I think it would be fun to have 5 minutes of his experience with LA EOC and put context to the movie. So if Keith, you're interested, Isamar will probably be reaching out to you if Isamar, you're interested to do that relationship. But I think it'd be awesome because that's what we need to do is be storytellers of our own story. And I think this is an excellent opportunity to have some story time. And Keith, don't hate me. I swear, please don't hate me right now.
Like, no more comments from Keith. No.
Keith has exited the chat.
We'll definitely reach out. I think that's a great.
Love to hear your insight.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we don't have enough. We know even with Northridge, right? That happened. I wasn't a practitioner at the time. I have no idea what was the ins and outs of that conversation and everything else.
Years ago.
So right, but Jackie, Keith retorted with it'll cost you.
Put it on my tab, sir. I know I owe you a lot. I do know I owe you a lot. But
man.
I do want to ask, and I don't know if you guys said this, so I apologize again for the last minute jumping in because we had something here at work that we had to deal with. But if you haven't registered yet, if you haven't considered a sponsor yet, there is still time. I mean, it is a short time, but there is still time. And if you still want to volunteer for the symposium, and then maybe we could catch you and have you volunteer with us in the region, join us. Email public affairs, email the secretary, email Tomer, whatever. Contact us, go on chats, DM us, because we would really, really like you to be there. And if you want to bring in your organization, your nonprofit, your CBO, let us know, because we are going to have a lot of really great organizations present and sharing more of their response, like Team Rubicon, like California Women in Homeland Security, like Earthquake Country Alliance, like Core Response. We have a lot of groups that are going to come in and just share the passion that we have. So we would love for you to participate, and we want your feedback. We want to hear. We want to hear how we can do better, how we can do great, but we just want to see you and say thank you. Thank you for being part of our family.
And with that, that's a great closer. I mean, we're good there. So thank you to Tomer for joining us on this episode. We hope to see you all in Garden Grove, California, February 28th. February 28th through March 2nd. And if you enjoyed this podcast with Region 9, with a Region 9 Symposium member, and you want to volunteer during the event, Jackie just alluded to registering and also becoming an exhibitor, you will find the symposium page found in the description of this podcast. And you could also email any one of us. Also found in the resources or the podcast description will be the link to Connect Consulting, who is a emergency management and business continuity and planning service who provides a holistic, cost-effective, and time-effective service to you. Thank you, Region Niners, for joining us. And as always, we owe a big thank you to the man behind the scenes. Today, it is Jason from Sitch Radio for being our awesome producer. Also, just a reminder, if you have not already, follow us on social media platforms for Region 9. Our handle is IAEM R9, and that's where you'll get the most recent updates. So keep on rocking, Region 9. We appreciate you.
See you in 2 weeks, guys.